Hey guys, we're back. Another weekly options update. We're going to start here with the opening trades for the last 5 days, which is the previous week, from June 6th through June 10th. So starting off, we're going to do the closes. Then we'll look at the opens. We'll look at premium cooking. We'll look at year-to-date performance. And then we'll take a look at what earnings is coming up for the week and what levels the Qqq and the SPY are looking at currently. So here we go. So June 6th, I closed down my Kohl's put that I put on, closed that down for 13 cents. It was about a 70% profit. I should have probably held on another day or so, but that's okay. This was about 70% profit, like I said, so I'm not going to complain. 40 bucks there in 5 days. My tan put that I had a 70 strike on, closed that down for 2 bucks, profited 117 bucks there in 3 days. QQQ, I had a 290 strike on that, closed that down for $5.84, profited 180 bucks there in 11 days. Camping World, I shut down at 65 cents. Profited 84 bucks there in 35 days. TQQQ put, closed that one down for 34 cents, profited 23 bucks there in 13 days. TQQ covered call, closed that one down at a 44 strike for 36 cents, profited $35 in 13 days. And another TQQQ covered call, closed that one down for 13 cents, profit 29 bucks in 16 days. So not a horrible week. Let's take a look at what we put on. So starting June 6th, well, June 7th, I closed down that 290 QQQ, and I just added another, I think, week to the expiration, and probably was a little premature. Well, no, I guess I took the profit right, but I should have waited to put on the Qs. Did the same strike, just went out to July 22nd, got 675 bucks there. Ford, if you remember the last week, I had a put that expired at the money. I didn't get assigned those shares, so I went and sold the 13 put to try to get assigned some shares. It looks like I might. So I got the 13 put, got 20 bucks for it, and that expires this Friday. Two cash secured puts on Mo Altria Group. I actually didn't mean to do both of them. I entered the orders, and I ended up getting up and walking away from the computer, and I came back and they both filled. So that's okay. I'm fine with that. They're talking about inflation is going to curtail smoking, and yeah, as a former smoker, I don't believe that one bit. You're going to smoke if you're a smoker, period. So that might present an opportunity to buy some shares if the market really believes that stuff. ARKK, I did a 1111 trade. If you're not familiar with that, that's kind of like free insurance. If the stock goes down, essentially you make money. If it goes up, you just collect the credit that you received. So it gives you about roughly a 10% buffer down where you'll make more money. Okay. So I did I bought a put, a 40 strike out to September 16th. So it's a long dated one. This was just giving me a little hedge on the portfolio for the downside of the ARKKs. I bought that for 514 bucks. I sold the 35 put for 308. So now I have a debit of about 190 something bucks. And that was financed by selling two 30 puts, same expiration date, for 166 bucks a piece. So in total, I got about 125 bucks in credit. And if by September 16th, if ARKK closes at $30.01, I would make roughly 500, almost 600 bucks. And if it goes up, I would, if it goes up above 40 and stays up above 40, I will make just the credit received. TQQQ on Friday, I decided to sell a put when the market mayhem happened, and I sold a July 29th put, a 20 strike, and collected $120 for it. And TAN, I was able to sell a put down at the 60 strike out to July 29th for $105. So overall, that's what it is. Wanted to kind of, I really entertained closing everything out before Friday happened, but woulda, coulda, shoulda, can't live by that. So now let's take a look at premium cooking. So week ending Friday, June 10th, we closed out 7 positions. We opened 7 positions. It's more than that, but I consider those ARKK, the 111 trades, as one position. So closed 7, opened 7, profit realized $511.24. We did sell premium of $1,231.34. So total premium cooking, $14,302.60. Most of that coming by way of ARKK out to July 15th. So for June, I only have one put. That's the, what is that one? Is that the 4? That's the, there might be a couple of them that are expiring. Which ones are expiring on June 17th? We got 4 expiring on June 17th. And oh, we got a covered call on pay as well. I think that's it. Oh, and a covered call on T. So those will be expiring. I'll probably let those T and pay shares go if they reach, but they probably won't. T probably will. So maintenance margin jumped up $1,000 to 38.7. So buying power usage with the drop in the market up to 38%. Cash balance is dropped 47 to 47,946. I did, if you were with me last week, I talked about buying shares of SH. I did buy 100 shares of SH, but I'm probably going to sell them. And SH is shorting the SPY basically. So if the SPY drops, you make money, and it's just 1-to-1. It's not a leveraged ETF or anything. So I figure I'll probably I'll probably sell out of those and play options on that and do the 111 to play the downside and get paid for it instead of buying shares. I think that makes more sense to me. Deposited $25. I finally got Interactive Brokers, finally figured out how to connect my savings account and where I can get pretty much instant deposits. So that's probably going to be my last deposit in here for a minute. But you never know. No withdrawals. Net lick dropped to 101.9, so almost 9 grand, 10 grand there. Return on maintenance margin 1.36. Return on net lick 0.46%. And that is the profit realized divided by those numbers of the previous week. So how are we looking year to date? Year to date, start of the year 123.1, final value as of Friday, June 10th, 101.90, 17.22% decrease in the portfolio value. Compare that to everything else. S&P 500 down 18.6, NASDAQ down almost 30%, 28.38%. When are buyers gonna step in? I don't know. Dow Jones down 14% and Russell down almost 21%. So how's it looking for next week? What companies are reporting earnings? A couple of big ones probably want to keep your eye on, and that is Adobe and Oracle, both in the same sector and both large caps. So if one of them goes down, the other one's going to go down most likely. So if you have any other stocks in this sector, you might want to keep an eye on that. And also an interesting one is going to be Kroger. Guidance is going to be interesting. Their cost inputs and all that stuff is going to be interesting on Kroger. Revenues are going to be up because prices are up, but their costs is probably their cost to do business has probably soared. So it's going to be interesting how food sales has impacted that company. So those three I would keep an eye on. Everything else just kind of meh. So how's the Qqq looking? Well, remember last week we were talking about that moving average and having resistance right there at moving average, and it definitely got rejected off of that. And now we're finding support down in the, what is that, 280, 286? Where are we at? 288? We're sitting right on it. So if there's no good news, hopefully that gets held up by that support. If not, if it does break down from there, you're probably looking in the 280, 275, 260 range. Somewhere in this cluster right here is probably where QQQ will hold up, and 260 is rock bottom, right? But I think 280 is a nice level to look for there. And similar story with SPY. We were looking at that moving average, and it definitely got rejected off of that. Now it's sitting on that lower support there at 388. And pretty similar, very similar story here. Look for 380 if this current 388 doesn't hold up. Look for 380, and then in worst case scenario, 360-ish, between 360, 370, right in here. So we'll see. I'm doing a live stream tonight, which is Sunday night, so we already done it. I'm going to talk about a little bit about inflation and how to handle that, right? Because honestly, there's really no safe place to be. Right? So you're kind of darned if you do, darned if you don't type of thing with your money. And we'll talk about that Sunday night. And if you missed it, you go back and watch it. It's probably a couple hours long, though, so I don't know if you got the time for it. But anyway, hope you guys have a good week. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.